Calisoft CAPSA is a packet analyzer not only for wireless networks, but also for local area networks and Bluetooth connections. Now we're going to take a few moments to look over this very important tool. CAPSA can help us identify the traffic on our network. More than just analyzing the traffic, it can also help us detect whether there is any malware on the network, like worms spreading over your subnets. So to begin using this tool, we need to specify which adapter we're going to be using. And second, we're going to specify the profile for your bandwidth. So here we have 1000 megabyte bandwidth, 100 meg, 10 meg, and 2 meg. Now the third thing to check is the protocol that you wish to base your analysis on, right? So now if I double click full analysis, I can see all the protocols are checked. Now let's say HTTP analysis, ARP/RARP, DNS, HTTP, and ICMP version 4, all checked, right? So you can customize your profile or simply try the full analysis. Now this tool has so many options that we really can't cover them all in this short time that we have here. But within the next few minutes, I'm going to guide you through the basic things that this tool can perform. So when we finish putting the settings here, we're going to click play on the right side of the tool, and the tool will start. Now we see up here a graph history. Now we don't have anything right here yet because there's no action on the wireless or on the network. So we're going to go ahead and initiate some requests. And you can see here that the graph is finally giving us some results. Now the tool can give you a lot of details about everything you need. So for example, here's the top IP traffic by bytes. So let's see, this IP, this is a graph. This graph is related to one IP address that has been visited recently. All right, this is the graph for protocols. If I expand the nodes on the left side, I can see that I have one private network in use, 2 multicast, 1 broadcast, and 1 internet address. Now there's the same detailed information for the other nodes: Physical Explorer, local segments, broadcast and multicast addresses, and the IP Explorer on the Ethernet frame. Now if you've worked on Wireshark, Calisoft can perform the same thing as Wireshark, right? It can dump the TCP packets and make them readable for us. Now this tool also has a filter here that can help you reject a few protocols during your capture. You can check here HTTP session and DHCP session. Now this is only during this session when the capturing is running. After that, everything is going to go back to normal. You might want to be asking, well, where do we use this huge tool? It's not going to be installed on a client computer. And it could be used on a system that's mirrored to your switch the same way that you would install an IDS or an IPS on a mirrored port on your switch to capture all network traffic for your network. Now you would do the same for this tool. Actually, any network auditor, whether it's for wireless or Ethernet connection, should be placed on a mirrored port to capture or to see all the sessions and packets traveling on the network without, of course, initiating sophisticated methods like ARP poisoning and other methods that can slow down your network. So let's view a few of the tabs here, right? Let's check out the protocols. We can now see each protocol and the byte that's sent over this protocol. Now down here we can see each IP address and how many bytes it's used. On the physical endpoint, you can see the network adapters and detailed information for the traffic generated by each of them. Now this is the same for each IP address. You can see the physical conversation between your endpoint, endpoint 1, and endpoint 2. Now, typically, one endpoint will be your physical address. The second one would be something like your gateway address or any other computer on the network that we're communicating with. And then we can see communication between IP addresses, TCP conversation, and UDP conversation. And you can see everything summarized in a metric and logs and reports. So this tool gives us a great deal of information regarding network communication and a lot to read or to detect on the network and what's happening in details on your network. Now, I personally recommend every person that's working in the network field to use or to at least check this tool out and see what it can do for you and, of course, how it can help you in your daily operations.